Have you heard some people say that feeding a baby with milk is the most important thing? Whether breast milk or cow milk or goat's milk, milk is milk. Do you want to know the truth and the right thing to do? If you clicked on my channel because you are searching on proper information on breastfeeding, or you have just given birth and you need to get some clarifications on the do's and the don'ts of breastfeeding, you are the right place. Sit back, relax, let's do this together. Juliana Ome is the name. Breastfeeding is the topic. Breastfeeding is the act of giving breast milk to a baby. Breast milk is the milk produced by the breast of an adult female to feed a baby. Now, breast milk contains fats, proteins, carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, and water, all the classes of food, plus enzymes and antibodies. When the mother starts breastfeeding her newborn baby, the milk she produces in the first few days after delivery is called colostrum. It is yellowish in color, and some persons call it liquid gold. Yes, this milk is very rich in vitamin A, proteins, growth factors that will help the intestines of the baby to grow well, and antibodies which help the body to fight germs that cause infections. Now, breastfeeding your baby will help protect your baby from infections. You cannot get antibodies from goat milk or cow milk. And again, colostrum helps the baby to pull the first poo and to clean up the intestines properly, and this will further help the baby not to have jaundice. A lot of mothers are ignorant of this and they make mistakes. So mothers remove the first milk and throw it away. They feel the milk is dirty, let's clean the breasts. No, please. The first milk is very, very good for the baby. Don't waste it, okay? The best way to breastfeed a baby is to give the baby breast milk only in the first 6 months of life. This is called exclusive breastfeeding. And then add quality feeds after 6 months while you continue breastfeeding up to 2 years or even more. There are different benefits of breastfeeding, both to the mother and to the baby. For the mother, breastfeeding helps the womb to return to how it was before the woman became pregnant. During breastfeeding, mothers complain of stomach pain or cramps. This is because of the chemical called oxytocin, which the brain releases to help push out the milk for the baby to soak. And it also helps the womb to go back to its position and to its size before the woman became pregnant. So the woman feels pain as that is happening, and this continues for some weeks after delivery. And again, when this happens, the woman is also protected from bleeding after childbirth, postpartum hemorrhage. Now, breastfeeding also protects the health of the mother. Mothers who breastfeed their babies have a reduced risk of developing cancer of the breast and cancer of the ovary. Breast milk is free of charge, right? So it comes cheap. It is an already made food. No need to boil it or microwave it or wash baby's cups and plates and spoons and sterilize them. All you need to do is to carry the baby, feed the baby, and continue whatever you were doing. So breastfeeding actually helps you as a mother to do other things, especially the first 6 months. Now, breastfeeding serves as a natural method of family planning. When a mother constantly breastfeeds her baby, in the first 6 months, night and day she's breastfeeding, the chance of getting pregnant is reduced because the hormones, the chemicals the body will produce will stop her from ovulating and from menstruating, although this method can fail. Mothers who breastfeed their babies have stronger bonds with their babies, and they are happier than those who do not breastfeed. Now, benefits of breastfeeding for the baby. Breast milk provides immunity for the baby. Colostrum, liquid gold, is seen as the first immunization for a baby because it contains antibodies similar to what the body produces after taking vaccines at immunization centers, and they help the baby to fight off germs that cause infections. Breast milk also protects your baby from developing allergies. And breast milk is the ideal food for infants. It provides all the energy, nutrients that the baby needs in the right quantity for the first months of life. And with breast milk, there will be no problem with indigestion because the intestines of the baby can easily digest breast milk than other kinds of milk. Breastfed children, they perform better on intelligence tests. I was exclusively breastfed, so thanks to our amazing mothers. Some babies are already having problems with their weight because the fat content in some of these infant formulas out there are too much for a baby. Breast milk is in perfect proportion for a baby's body, and when you breastfeed your baby, the chances of developing obesity and diabetes will reduce. Babies who are breastfed generally have good health and they grow well. Some babies are always admitted in the hospital. Today it is diarrhea. Tomorrow it is cough and cold. A day after tomorrow it is fever. Breast milk only in the first 6 months of life keeps your baby in the best state of health, and continuing it for 2 years and beyond even perfects the health more. Breast milk protects the baby from diarrhea diseases, pneumonia, and other diseases. It also protects the baby's kidneys. Yes, it does. Other kinds of milk contains much minerals like sodium, phosphorus, chloride, and so on. And the kidneys of a baby are not strong enough to handle these excess minerals. But breast milk has all the minerals in the right proportion. You see, milk is not milk. Breast milk is different from others. Mothers, breastfeed your babies and set the best foundation for their nutrition later in life, because nutrition plays a very important role in the overall health of a baby. Some children are diabetic, some already have kidney problems, and while we may not be sure on the cause of these problems, we are better off with breast milk only in the first 6 months of life than other milk, before adding other feeds while continuing breastfeeding. Now, there are a few secrets I want to share with you. But before then, there are some myths that I will handle. The first myth is giving baby breast milk only will make a baby thirsty. This is not true, because breast milk contains about 90% of water, so the baby does not need extra water after taking breast milk in the first 6 months of life. Number two, people say my breast will fall when I breastfeed my baby. One factor that helps the breast of a woman to stand or to be firm is the ligaments. As a woman grows older, the ligaments become weaker, her hormones are withdrawn, and the breasts fall. So even if a woman does not get pregnant or breastfeed a baby, her breasts will still fall as she grows older. You cannot cheat nature. Women, we should grow old gracefully. Don't be afraid that your breast will fall. When it's time for it will fall. But you're still beautiful, okay? Breastfeed your babies. Another myth is my breast is too small, I will not produce enough milk to feed my baby. This is not true, because no matter the size of your breast as a woman, you can produce enough milk to satisfy your baby. Now to the secrets of breastfeeding. The first one is the more you breastfeed properly, the more your milk flows. Nature is perfect. The first milk that comes out when the baby starts suckling on the breast is watery. It is called the fore milk, and it is more of water. It quenches the baby's thirst, while the last milk that follows is called the hind milk. It is very thick and contains more fat, such that the baby will feel more satisfied after suckling it. Some mothers complain seriously that the breast milk is not satisfying the baby, unknown to them that they are the ones getting it wrong. Feed the baby on one breast until the breast is completely emptied, so that baby can suck the hind milk, which helps baby to feel satisfied. Then switch baby to the second breast if baby still wants to suckle. But if baby is satisfied from one breast only, when next baby wants to suckle, start with the second breast. The next secret is proper positioning. Once a baby is properly placed on the breast, all the other processes of breastfeeding will just follow, and the nipples will not have wound. But the key points are the mother will have to sit on a comfortable position. Yeah, you can use nursing pillows or bed pillows. Put your baby to the breast and not the breast to the baby. Then keep your baby's body and head straight. Let the baby's body touch your body. Support baby's bottom with your hand if baby is still small. And make sure baby's mouth covers the colored part around your nipple, the areola. With time, if you're a new mother, with time you will get positioning perfectly, okay? Don't be discouraged. The last secret is the steps to successful breastfeeding. You should start breastfeeding your baby within 1 hour after you push out your baby, there in the labor ward, and make sure the baby's skin touches your skin while you breastfeed. Mother and baby should remain in the same room 24 hours a day, all through. They should not be separated at all. Not at night, mother-in-law will carry baby or your mother will carry baby. No, stay with your baby night and day and keep breastfeeding on demand. The This is called ruminant. Okay, then another step is don't give your breastfed newborn any other food or fluids other than breast milk unless it was prescribed by your doctor. Mothers, learn how to recognize your baby signals for feeding. Some babies move their heads from side to side in search of the breast. Some babies will yawn or twitch or stick out their tongue or try to put their hands in their mouth. When these signals are not noticed by the mother or they are ignored, babies start crying. I want to feed. So mothers, that's it. And again, avoid the use of feeding bottles, pacifiers and teats. They can attract germs. They can cause a baby diarrhea. You don't need these feeding bottles at all, okay? Meanwhile, if you have any problem with breastfeeding, seek support and care. Breastfeeding is a natural process, but it's not always easy. Mothers need support to start breastfeeding and to continue breastfeeding. So please, husbands and family members, support our mothers in the process of breastfeeding. Kudos to all the mothers out there who breastfeed their babies. God bless you forever. Only 4 out of 10 children receive exclusive breastfeeding, and I hope your baby is among the 4 out of 10. If not, do so in your next baby and tell another mother to do the same thing, because over 820,000 children could be saved every year if all children below 2 years were optimally breastfed. It is not fashionable not to breastfeed. While it is fanciful to buy infant formula and those beautiful containers and, baby feeding items, it is not necessary at the first 6 months of baby's life, except you have a condition that does not allow you to breastfeed. Please don't let anyone confuse you, okay? You know what I always tell you, mothers? Walk in your path of life. Do what is right. Give your baby the best care. It is in your own interest to breastfeed your baby. By way of conclusion, whether a mother breastfeeds her baby or not, the breast will fall. Don't starve your babies unnecessarily. Give your baby breast milk only in the first 6 months of life and add other quality feeds while you continue breastfeeding up to 2 years and beyond. Because breast milk is breast milk. And it's not like other milks. They are different, okay? When you breastfeed your baby, you benefit yourself, you benefit your baby. I love you all, and I remain your favorite Health Talk personnel on YouTube. Please do well to use the comment section for your questions and your comments, and click on the like button if you learned something from this Health Talk. And of course, subscribe if you're yet to. Thank you very much, and see you again.